I put on real serious. audio here?
I am, yeah. I'm just kind of
Well, it's just
barely with the phone.
I got a loud camera,
Oh.
so I don't want to explain.
You don't worry about it. You get your pictures.
So are you live now?
Yeah.
But you're not leaving it. And you're going to make your way out there.
Fine. Yes. He hasn't done much boxing. I don't have much of an impression of him. He looks like an accountant. Tall, skinny, nerdy, glasses.
my dad. Players and watch them fight.
Maybe we could get some of the red text checked out. Yeah. 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 Definitely, like, as he was weaker, like, he was sitting down the whole time, but he could still play. Yeah. Finger thing.
Yeah, that's a muscle thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So did he get treatment, or it's just not as much as he thought it would be?
I think just not as I did not. Yeah. I met a guy at the concert last night who saw Guess it. Alright, take notes on the sound after.
Yeah, we have tests.
Anatomy of physiology.
Yeah.
too high.
Too many people here.
So many people that don't live in the middle of the sun. But also, like, I-5 goes down two lanes. Right? Because it's only 2 lanes.
When you go over that bridge, and then cross over, everybody that's on one side wants to be on the other side.
No, so
Not fixable.
not without, yeah.
Up in Seattle, we're fixing the I-5 bridge. Across the water from like the south part to the north part. So this year, we're closing an entire direction down for the weekend. And then doing that again. And then next year, we're gonna reduce the 4-lane highway on one side to like 2 lanes for 9 months. And then the next year, we're gonna do the other side and reduce it down to 2 lanes for 9 months. Don't go to Seattle 2026, 2027. If you drive, I mean, that's how you get into Seattle. And it's already horrible. It's already horrible.
When you're behind and like wind.
Yeah.
In the end, it hasn't been that bad. Traffic has been great. But now it's working on the causeway. That's always it is now.
On every time I go flight, you know,
Well, it's like,
see it.
what's the freeway gonna be like? We're not on the congested like, you know, what side do I want to be on?
Yeah, it's always a crapshoot on which lanes to take.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you
An hour and a half. I mean, half an hour. She has a baby. I wasn't going to tell her friend.
By the way, at one point, we were like right behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you, another car, and then us, and then we got caught at the light. Was it complaining?
it's going really well. It's really easy.
Just not sure how to do it up there.
It is good. There should be a nice
I just said I would be awesome. I was just thinking, thank you. That's what she said. Thank you. Thank you.
For the company, it's a I get like one of my coworkers used to go
I've been doing it for like 6 years. But it's supposed to be one.
Yeah.
So I figured out when you're out, the next morning, the file came
yeah, every other
Oh, I hate
free time. It's like when my sister went to college.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Extracurricular stuff she was doing was just a full-time internship. And she was like, "Oh, that's in the free time."
I like
And once they started,
I try to use that.
So I guess we're honored. So many times.
I was hoping to
I'm appreciative for yeah, one point last week.
Yeah.
I
mean, it Nobody understood. Apparently the location,
I was gonna go with
Oh, you're fighting.
if you're not
Oh, mine.
early is on time, on time is on
I would say Claire's here is a little bit of a, not a letdown, but the owner is mechanic involved. Like, really cool imaginations, and then, like, the character. The pairing doesn't and it was very B-tier, but it was wait, weapon classes or like no weapon classes?
Yeah, that's what, well.
Microsoft directly partnering with
Well, welcome everyone. Today we are gathered to celebrate this class of 2025. This group of students that's sitting with us. We're so grateful for everybody who came to help celebrate in person today. We are also apparently live streaming. I don't know where that's happening here in this room. Live streaming is happening, so we have people I think from all over the world watching right now. So welcome to them as well. Wherever that live stream is happening, we're excited to have you here too. So this group of students sitting in front of you here has spent the last 2 years, and probably many of the family and friends who are gathered here are acutely aware of just how much studying they have done. So like they've studied and then studied some more, studied a little bit more, and a little bit more, and some more, and then they can't do all the things because they're studying. So they have worked so hard these last 2 years to, get where they are today, to pass all their exams, to pass all their classes, to check all the boxes, to do all the things, and it's a lot. This program is a really challenging program. So I know you all, family and friends, are very proud of them already, but I just want to reiterate just how proud you should be of them because they worked really, really, really hard together. So today is finally the day that you get to celebrate all that hard work, your perseverance, and growth. Going through the program may have challenged you all in ways that you challenged things that you thought that you knew. It may have opened your eyes to possibilities that you didn't know existed before you entered the program. I hope that it did. That's part of our goal, is to try to open your eyes to different things and different experiences. It may have helped you understand yourself or a classmate or a coworker a little bit better. I also hope it did that, because we also try to hone some of those soft skills in our program that are so important for working in a career. Learning, as you all have probably realized and will continue to realize as you go out into the field, isn't just about formulas and facts that you find in books, but about how to think through a problem and how to utilize others' perspectives to see it in a new way. When we do this, when we think through a problem, when we consider others' perspectives, we actually can problem solve and understand something on a deeper level. And so that is what I want to bestow upon you, is that you realize that your growth is not stopping here. You have learned so much up until this point. I'm going to get a little philosophical here. So Socrates, I'm quoting Socrates, which feels very pretentious, but I am going to do it because it goes along with my point. So I know that I am intelligent because I know that I know nothing. So we all know that you know much more than nothing. But we also know that if you can move through life in a way that allows you to have that sort of mentality, where you know that you're always learning and that you don't know everything, and the people around you and the experiences that you have are going to teach you more than you already knew and add to that knowledge base that you already have, the world is just going to open up for you. So, let's see, I got off track there a little bit. Yeah, so the truth is we all have more to learn. There's always room for better understanding. There's always room for growth for every single one of us. And the most successful people are those who recognize this and make space for others' perspectives, make space for understanding somebody else's experiences, somebody else's advice. So the journey of learning and growth is endless. So my request to you all is to please stay curious, keep an open mind and an open heart. As you move through your careers and seek to understand. So when you ask questions, don't ask those questions just so that you can respond. Don't ask those questions thinking you already know the answer. Ask the questions really wanting to understand. What is this person? How is this person going to respond? How is that going to change how we might move through this situation? How we might treat this patient differently? What is that going to look like? That's all we have to do. Stay curious. That's what I want you to do. So congratulations on all you've achieved thus far, and may your journey ahead be filled with discovery, empathy, and an endless pursuit for learning. Next, I'm going to introduce our keynote speaker, Dr. Christine Fletcher.
Hi, everybody. And thank you all for coming and being here and supporting your beloved new vet techs. Thank you for asking me to be your speaker today. It is an honor to talk with you all together one last time, because this is it. This is the end of a long road. You have sat through many a 3-hour lecture from me, not today, to the relief of everyone. I won't keep you long, but I have a couple of last things I'd like to ask of you before you head out. And the first one is actually piggybacking a little bit off what Dr. Morris was saying, and that is ask all the questions. All the questions. If you don't know something, ask. Some of you are super good at this. Best questions. And I know you've heard it before. Okay, there's no stupid questions. But I also know from my experience that, a lot of times when we want to ask a question, there's this little voice that's just like, but what if this is the one? What if this is the one stupid question that I'm about to ask? What if this really is it? Okay, so what's the worst that can happen? So if somebody thinks you're stupid, so what? Nothing will happen, right? So, and my colleagues have heard this story before, but early in my career, I've only been out of school for a couple of years, and I was working at a very fast-paced, crazy kind of practice with a colleague who was condescending, to put it mildly. And I asked him a question about a case, and he called me an idiot to my face. And then he answered my question. So, and I remember thinking, okay, maybe I am an idiot, but I'm less of an idiot now than before I asked the question. So that's a win. And when I realized that, I truly stopped caring if anybody thinks I'm dumb. How many times have you all asked questions of me in class where I'm like, well, I don't know. Matter of fact, the first year students, you know who you are, made this little, if you guys know, like those things you can record for your dog to hit buttons and it plays a recording, like go out or, pets or something. So they made one of those for me. They bought one of those and recorded it, and one of them, you hit the button and it says, ask Dr. Borzik. Because I'd be like, I don't know, that's Dr. Borzik. And the thing is, I could have just made stuff up, and you never would have known until you got smart. But instead, it was like, I don't know. And instead, we went looking for questions. We went looking for the answers, and we learned a lot together by doing that. So one of the joys of this profession is that none of us will ever know enough. And it's also one of the most annoying things because you will never know enough. There's never going to be a day where you're like, I learned the last thing, ever. But you do end up learning the coolest stuff. And I'm sure you're all going to remember this back in anatomy and physiology. I always told them anatomy and physiology is never going to leave them, so of course I had to bring it up in the pinning ceremony. When we were talking about horns, how horns are formed, and we talked about how there are breeds of cattle without horns, there are breeds of sheep without horns, but there are no breeds of goats without horns. And fortunately, none of you asked me why, because I didn't know the answer. And I know you remember that because, of course, you remember everything I ever told you in anatomy and physiology. This was for the family and friends, this was almost 2 years ago, by the way. But this week I learned why. And Dr. Borzik taught me. And it turns out if you breed goats to not have horns, what you end up with is a bunch of hermaphrodite goats. How cool is that? I mean, it's so random. It's that's awesomely random. I love it. So, as Dr. Borzik said, you'll have worked so hard and gained so much knowledge in the last 2 years, and now you know about hermaphrodite goats. But here's the truth. Your real learning actually is starting now. You're so not done. And it gets way more complex than hermaphrodite goes. Something we've all done is make judgments in an instant based on limited information. It's like, I mean, I know I never have. Actually, I should have been up here with a sign saying 0 days since last snap judgment. And we all do it because it's super easy to do. But what we ask of you is that you commit to approaching situations and people, especially the ones that frustrate you or upset you, because those are the situations where it's easiest to jump to a snap judgment. But instead approach out of a genuine curiosity, a willingness to engage. You will learn things that you otherwise would have missed. Every person, every situation has something valuable to teach you. And yeah, maybe that client should have been in, 4 days ago with this animal. And maybe your coworker should have asked before doing whatever it was they did. But one of my favorite sayings, it's a saying called Hanlon's razor. And it says, never attribute to malice what can be explained by ignorance. And so assume the best and give people the benefit of the doubt. And ask. If you're willing to ask and listen and truly understand, you will learn. So as Dr. Forth said, stay curious, ask all the questions, be slow to judgment, and open to understanding. It is the harder road. All of us struggle with this, but it is the one that will teach you the most. And the second thing we ask is to be inspiring. I love your faces right now. You didn't hear me wrong. I didn't say be inspired. I said be inspiring. Throughout my career, I have had the great good fortune to work with people who have inspired me. I have secretly studied their ways. And what I have found out is that being inspiring is not a kind of magic that only a few people have. Inspiring people, the ones that I know that have inspired me, they don't actually know this, but I'm pretty sure they don't leap out of bed in the morning going, another great day of being inspiring, yes. They're just trying to get through their days as best they can, same as all of us. But at the same time, they're making a positive and lasting impact on the lives that they touch. Of all the many reasons that each of you picked this profession, I bet a big reason is that you want to make a difference in animals' lives. You want to make a difference in people's lives. You want to have a positive and lasting impact. I see a lot of you nodding, so yeah, that resonates, right? But how do we do that? Of the people who inspire me, what I've observed is that every day they bring their best selves. And it's super easy to say, well, be your best self. But honestly, what does that really mean? And especially when your day has started out bad, it's looking like it's going to get worse, and you haven't even gotten to whatever catastrophe is awaiting you at work. But this is what I think inspiring people do. Every day they try to be the person that they would want to work with. If you had classmates who were great teammates, let them know why. They have a wicked sense of humor. They always did what they said they were going to do. They think outside the box. They ask awesome questions. Those are your strengths. Wait, sorry, skip a sentence. Then find out what made you a good teammate, because those are your strengths. And bring those every day. Be the person you would want to work with. Another thing about inspiring people is take ownership. A former boss of mine, Dr. Don McCoy, someone who for years greatly inspired me and still does. He had a simple philosophy. He said, hire the best people and then get out of their way. Because people have a strong vision for their workplace. Their standards are high because they take pride in what they do. Their values are rooted in kindness because they believe in making the lives they touch better. They brainstorm, they collaborate, they listen to others because they know that the best ideas often don't come from themselves. People who inspire me are tough. They don't quit on themselves. When they make mistakes, and you've heard me say this before a million times, if you're in this profession for longer than 5 minutes, you will make mistakes. They step up immediately. They take responsibility, and they make it right. They learn how not to make that mistake again, and then they move on. You will learn more from your failures than from your successes. The point is not to make mistakes. I mean, we all try not to make mistakes, but if a mistake is made, you learn from it, and then you move on. And you will learn only if you're willing to look those mistakes in the face and own them. And that is not easy. That is one of the hardest things. That takes grit. And you know what else takes grit? Owning your successes. When your coworkers or your supervisor or a client says, "You did great, that was amazing, we appreciate you so much," own that. In my house, what we say is drink the damn champagne. Don't squirrel it away in the fridge and save it for some far-off day when you think you might deserve it more. Pop that sucker open, right? Savor that moment, because I'll tell you what, those moments don't always come around as often as you will deserve them. In this profession, you have endless opportunities to inspire, to create that positive and lasting impact by being the person you would want to work with, by being kind, owning your mistakes and learning from them so that you keep getting better, owning your successes and building on them, and asking all the questions, being slow to judgment and open to understanding. Being inspiring isn't magic. It's being a veterinary technician. You've been amazing. You have done great. We appreciate you so much. I cannot wait to see the positive and lasting impact you are all going to have on the lives you touch and on this beautiful profession. Class of 2025, congratulations. There's going to be a few words by the class president, Leo Larrabee.
I've been thinking about this speech for about a year, ever since I realized the president typically gives a speech at graduation. But whenever I tried to think about what I would want to say to the people who shaped my life over the last 2 years, I would immediately go into denial about the fact that this time would eventually come to an end. So I put it off, and I put it off, and I put it off. When the time finally came where I could no longer pretend that graduation wasn't right around the corner, aka yesterday, I found myself at a loss for words, which, if you know me, I'm a yapper, so that's rare. So I looked to my old journal for some inspiration. September 22nd, 2023, the day of our orientation and the day most of us met each other for the first time. I wrote, "Everyone seems so much younger and smarter and cooler than me. What if I don't make any friends? What if I don't have what it takes?" And while I was correct about some of those things, I'm really glad I was wrong about not making any friends, because I don't think I would have made it through this program without you guys. I never thought I'd find people who genuinely feel like family. I'm so grateful I did. I love my class. I love how honest you are, how assertive and brave you are, and I know that we always have each other's backs, no matter what. It's truly been an honor to learn and grow beside each and every one of you. And I know we're a very anxious bunch, so I bet some of you guys had similar fears of not having what it takes to make it in this program. But look at us now, it turns out every single one of us did have what it takes, because we freaking did it. We made it through every stressful test, paper, presentation, dissection, clinical rotation, early morning daily duties. Somehow, by the grace of the Quizlet and Cahoots gods, we did it. And I know it's scary, but if we end up even half as good as the amazing CBTs that helped shape and guide us through this program, we're going to be just fine. Actually, we'll be more than fine. We're going to kick butt. This program was really hard work, as you've heard, between the classes, the studying, the animal care, and then other life obligations and jobs outside of school. Sometimes it felt like we barely had time to breathe. So to all the partners, families, and friends here today, thank you for your patience, your understanding, and your support. Finally, I'm so sorry if you know me knew I was going to do this. In the words of Taylor Swift, long live the walls we crashed through. I had the time of my life with you. I love you guys, and we did it. Thank you for putting up with all my very wordy emails and rambling club meetings. I'm going to miss being a president. Of staff, we have Emerson and Megan.
Thank you, Sophia, for making me cry. So I'm Emerson, this is Megan, and I have the honor of presenting our Class of 2025 Legacy Gift. Every year, the graduating class gets a gift for the program as a thank you for everything that we have learned, all of the opportunities that we've been given here. And I'm so excited to announce that the legacy gift for the class of 2025 is a new large animal scale for our barn. Scale. It's not the most beautiful gift, but it is something that is really important to us. Our barn, which after graduation you should all go check out, our beautiful new barn, we've learned the best way to care for our barn friends, our horses, our cows, our sheep, our new baby goats, is to keep an eye on their weight and weigh their food. And so what better way to do that than a new scale? So thank you to all of the staff and to this program. We hope that this gift shows how much we appreciate you.
And then I have the honor of giving gifts out to our full-time staff member. So if I can have Dr. Gorsick, Dr. Fletcher, Haley, Elisa, Laura S., and Laura J. come up on the stage.
All right, so first we have a gift for Dr. Borzik. We always love your stories about all of your backyard chickens. And so we got you a little egg collecting apron. For Dr. Fletcher, we loved hearing about your dog's special weekend breakfast with their little eggs and their toast points, and so we have some special egg plates for your dog. In honor of anatomy and physiology in our first ever dissection, a hopefully anatomically accurate crocheted rat. I brought scissors and a hot glue gun so we can do some
100% accurate.
For Haley, our barn manager, a lot of us that worked in the barn, we'd always see you out there with your cute kiddo Ava. And I know that she had her safe spot in the barn when we were working with the bigger kiddos. That was by the pumpkins that unfortunately have moved on to a better life. So we have personalized a little chair so that your assistant barn manager can always have a safe spot in the barn. And for our incredible CVTs who figuratively and hand embroidered surgical caps with all of your names on them. Thank you all so much for everything these past 2 years. We really appreciate you all.
Is this on? All right, we will start with our pinning. Skyla Anderson. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. Sometimes we have Brenda Arenas. Ford. Katie Herzog. Taylor Jason. Jaden Johnson. Maya Kachi. Maria Propella. Cecile Lamone. Sophia Felicity Larrabee. Emerson Lundco. Katie Lilligard. Felicia Mahoney. Kylie Metzger. Samantha Mott. Megan Schomburg. Ashley Smith. Lastly, the class of 2025 would like to recognize a student that couldn't attend today, but that is Walter Broughton. Next, 2025 graduate Skylar Anderson has a few words for her class.
Okay, so as you all know, we're graduating, and there are two technicians who no longer work for PCC, but they have been involved with us every single step of the way. All these 2 years, they've supported us and been there for us, and we cannot imagine, like, I don't even have the words to express how much we recognize them. And we'd like to recognize Laura and Elisa today by pinning them as they are graduating along with us. So can I have them come up to the stage, please? To just recognize that you are part of our class as well. Give it up for them, guys.
Okay, now it's time for our, I'm gonna stand back here, if that's okay with everybody. Okay, so everyone can take pictures of you guys. All right, so I want to repeat after me. I solemnly dedicate myself to aiding animals and society by providing excellent care.
I solemnly dedicate myself to aiding animals and society by providing excellent care
And services for animals by alleviating animal suffering and by promoting public health. I accept my obligations to the practice my profession continuously and with sensitivity.
I accept my obligations to practice my profession conscientiously and with sensitivity.
Adhering to the profession's code of ethics.
Adhering to the profession's code of ethics.
And furthering my knowledge and competence through a commitment to lifelong learning.
And furthering my knowledge and competence through a commitment to lifelong learning.
Congratulations, guys. Okay, we'll have some final words from Elisa Leeper, CBT. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. So first of all, I finally actually wrote a speech. Much like my lectures, I usually just wing it. Not today. So thank you all for coming. What an honor it was to receive an invite to speak in front of such a special group of graduates and their support teams of family, friends, partners, and colleagues. I don't know. These students hold such a cherished place in my heart, and I have no doubt they always will. My friends, we went through almost every day together for the past couple of years. I had the privilege of being your instructor for more classes than I taught in previous years, all the while each of you treated me with respect and kindness when I fumbled through instructional learning curves and experimental courses.
Laughing through the tough times with you all made this job so enjoyable, most of the time. We got through daily duties. That included early mornings, for those of you that don't know, rainy days, diarrhea-painted runs, mouthy but sweet beasties that needed and deserved our love and affection and patience. Ringworm, I think we survived that. I had the privilege of seeing some of your first experiences in animal restraint, physical exams, performing venipuncture, and all the way to keeping your patient alive under anesthesia, which is huge. You provided love and care to our program animals, countless pictures of diarrhea to brighten my morning, so many questions during all of the many classes that potentially were never answered, which reminds me of Maya. Please put your hand down. Dedication to animal welfare and finding our program animals loving homes. All of you have worked incredibly hard, dedicated 2 years of your life, and I hope you never let that dedication to our patients and your learning end. And so it begins. You will leave today to start a journey that each of you made happen. You walk away with a new family and the friendships you've made here. You walk, oops, I'm gonna just repeat that one. You walk away with experiences you will never forget, and I hope these bring you, above all other feelings, a sense of pride in your efforts and what you've accomplished. I hope you humbly enter the veterinary field in your new roles. I hope you never stop asking questions and challenging yourself to learn more. I hope you're kind to yourselves through the tough times that seem to be ever so layered throughout veterinary medicine. I wish you humility towards difficult clients and your teammates. You'll be with them all the time. I wish you laughter every day and the ability to find humor when you're faced with mental and emotional difficulty. And also therapy. Take care of yourselves and be mindful of your boundaries and breaking points. There is not one veterinary professional who did not feel like a deer in headlights when they entered into the field and they first began their journey. Breathe and remember you are capable and intelligent. I have so much more I want to say. Memories about each of you that most likely you'd be laughing about right now. But I also don't want to keep talking. I'm tired of it. You're tired of it. I'm sure you have so many more contrasting feelings, the density of your emotions, what I'm sure being on scale, or massive. Okay, I had to add those, nobody else yet, but they get it. I will never forget all of you, and I hope you remember this program with the affection I have always held for it. I am so, so proud of you, and I know you all are going to do wonderful things. Congratulations, class of 2025. That's it. I think that there's some, nope. I love you all.